Out there, alright. Cloudy out there. 18 degrees. It's been like that since last Saturday. I went for my nuts. A lovely day that day. Still cool. Well, not wasting this cool weather. Sunday, Wednesday, I've been to Sainsbury's and I picked these up. I hadn't tried these before. Now, I was going to get some Guinness, but I had some of that stunning drink over last week there. I did a video of that, alright. But I thought, I hadn't tried these before. I'll give them a crack. Right, let's get the receipt out. Quick look at the receipt there. Lasagna. Got another lasagna, alright. There it is up. Old lasagna's 99p now, not 85p, but Verifico beer times 4, 610, 210 knocked off, £4, £1 a can. I always say if you can get a nice can or bottle for a quid, it's worth £1 when they charge more, innit? Right, let's have a looky. It's Italiano. We've got some Italiano lager. My number one lager is, well, it's bank holiday, innit? So I picked some up from Little while there. Have a look at this here. I've done a review of this. This is my favourite lager. That's a really light, crisp lager. That's 149, 5%, 5ml from Lidl. That's excellent. Now I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. I've got a few of them there, but I saw these for £1, so I'm going to try it. Poretti. Let's try and get them broke apart. They're glued together now. Come on, Sweet William, there. Come on, Sweet William. That's about that's my favourite flower. Go on, Sweet William. He's in third there. Oh, you what? This is in there. Come on, Sweet William. There's pushing through. Look, he's won this. He's won this. Come on, Sweet William. There. Those are two. Those are two. My ass. These are not going anywhere. Go on, Sweet William. There. Past that. Oh. Yeah, that is dangerous. That could easily get carried away there. Better, innit? Well, and well there. Right, let's have a closer view of this. Odds on that way. Poretti, Angelo Poretti, Italiano lager, 1872, £1 a can, 440ml, 4.8%. That's why I picked it up. Premium Italian lager, brewed and canned in UK. It says Carlsberg there. Don't like sound of Carlsberg knocking about. There's the old ingredients there. And the nitrogens now. They all put nitrogens on now. Whatever it is, let's get a nice glass out here. Let's have a look here. Get them trifles out of the way. Some more of them for £1.99. I'm being them there. Which glass shall I use? Nice tall one. So, what we got here? Let's go for a big tall one. Let's get Bertha out there. Bit of Peroni glassware. Now these have been in fridge about 3 hours. About 3 hours they've been in. They feel nice and cold, alright. Crack her off and listen. To the smell. It smells a bit strong. Let's pour in there. See there? Let's get a bit of an head, get rid of any excess gas. We don't want to be gassed out with any lager around here. Finish her off there. Look at that spot on tin there. She's going to have a fall. Oh, look at that. Poured to perfection. Get bubbles there. Let me just make sure there's no left in that can. Just a little bit there. And just set them last drops out. Put it to one side. Aluminium. Look at them bubbles there. You see them alright? Tell you what, let's get in windy and have a good look. Not much sun though. Bubbles. There's not a lot of sun coming through. Really heavy duty cloud out there. 18 degrees, I think it's dropping. 17.5. There's a lot of bubbles here. The last thing we want to be doing is getting gassed out. That looks alright, that. Nice colour. Quite yellow, isn't it? Not a dark yellow. A light yellow. It's alright, that. Right, let's have a drink of this. Right, I've had that first one. We're going to get another one out now. Let's try another one. Let's be sure what we're seeing. Listen. It's pouring there. Nice and steady. But give her a bit of an head to get rid of that. Well, I don't think there's that much excess gas here. I haven't been gassed out at all here. Pouring steady now. Give her an head now, thinking it was gassing. It ain't gassy at all. We're still getting them bubbles here. Let's move over and look here. See any bubbles this time? Yeah, I've knocked a few extra bubbles out there. We're giving her that head. Have a look there. I'll give her a head there just to get rid of excess bubbles. I didn't need it because she's not gassy. There's plenty left in that can. I have to let that sit a bit in there. I tell you what, let's try it out again. See if it's any better. Go top like the old Guinness there. Old Pavarotti there. That is a nice lager. It's got depth. Depth. It's not going to go across and drop off like that. It's going to go across and it's going to go slightly dissipate down. That has got real nice depth to it, and there is. Pour that last drop in there. That's right. Well, that one wasn't it. Let's check this one. Nah, well, this one. What one I should have been getting the last drops out of there. Yeah, have a look here. She's not gassy. I've not been gassed out here. The first one. There's a bit of sweetness there. I won't be getting gassed out now with this one if there were any gas, but there ain't. Remember that Pavarotti's been reduced. What was it? £6.10, was it? Let me see, quick look there. £6.10. Receipts all around here. Too many receipts. £6.10. They're normally charging £6.10 for 4 cans. They've reduced to £4. That's why I picked them up. That's why I didn't get Guinness there. I give this a crack. For £1 a can, you're not going to go wrong here. Yeah, it isn't as crispy as the old Italiano Briari. This is a nice Italian lager nonetheless. It has got depth. She runs across and it just dissipates down nice and steady. It's got real depth to her, and there is a bit of sweetness here. She's got a nice colour as well, a bit yellowy. There's absolutely no doubt here whatsoever. Pardon me there. These were £4 a can every time, not £6.10 for 4. I'd be buying these all the time. Remember, they're my favourite one, 500ml, £1.49 a bottle in Lidl. This is £1. I'd be very happy to buy this. And this is Carlsberg, remember. Last time I had Carlsberg, I used to always, 90s, last 30 years when I had kind of lager, Carlsberg export. But 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and 3 years ago, Christmas, 10-pack, £10 in Lidl there, a Carlsberg export. Christmas number 1, Christmas number 2, a year apart. No alcohol whatsoever in them. So I don't buy Carlsberg anymore because of that fact. I didn't notice they were Carlsberg till I checked them there. I didn't check them in shop there. But, that is a nice lager with a bit of flavour there. I've got no problem buying this every time, none whatsoever. Fancy a change from Italiano Briari from Lidl? I'll get them when they're £1. But are they worth £6.10? That's the question here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down there, watch a bit of racing, and just enjoy. Back in a minute. Pardon me there. Little bit of gas, not too much. Not gassy at all, this. Well, we're on number 3 now. Number 3 there. I've got to state that I'm impressed with this lager, alright. There's no doubt about that. Oh, hang on a minute. He's watering. There's no doubt about that. That's a nice lager, that. It's 4.8%. But I can't state that I'm feeding any of that alcohol. What I'm going to do here, because there's no gas, is try and keep the bubbles in there this time. Steady Eddie there. Oh, steady Eddie, it's there. Nice and steady there. Try and keep them bubbles in this time. I got rid of them all last time. Did flatten out a bit. Still, no real gas whatsoever getting them last bits out there. Pavarotti's alright round here, alright. Look at that. Perfectly poured there. Look at them bubbles this time. She's a bit thin on bubbles. The first one I opened, she were full of bubbles, but she weren't gassy. There were no bloatedness. Last thing you want is to be bloated. You want to get rid of that gas so you don't get bloated if you are drinking these garbage bloating lagers. Just get that massive head on it. Let it settle down, top it up and spin it round. Get rid of that gas there out. Let's have another drink here anyway. That is a lovely, lovely lager. There is I've already said it, but it has got a nice depth to it. It just carry on like that. Some of them you have, and they go and they just drop straight off like that. There's no bitterness there at all, just a little bit of sweetness, but a nice flavour of hops. I'm impressed here. £1 a can. I wish I had picked 8 cans up there. I should have picked up 8 cans there, but I just picked up 4. That's not an issue here. That's why they're £4 for 4-pack in Sainsbury with Nectar card there. I'm going to really stock up for them. Stock them up for Christmas. I'll stock up for Christmas, alright. This'll do me. It's not as crispy as my Beer Italiano, but they're £1.49 at 500ml. That's £1 a can, and that is worth £1 a can, right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to sit down and enjoy this can as well. Watch a bit of York racing there. Be back in a minute. Right. That was another lovely pan there. There's no getting away, but this is nice. It's a disgrace here, alright. Absolute disgrace. We've only got one Pavarotti left. Listen. I want to try and get them bubbles going this time. Like we had on first can. Let's try and get them bubbles going this time. Really going for bubbles here. There's no bloatedness or gas coming out of this lager. It's exactly what we want. And there's no head neither. Again, we've saved that head there, alright. Oh, this is disappointing. I really wanted to get a few of those bubbles going again there. Because into gassy lager, there has been no bloating whatsoever. The only complaint is I only bought 4. And only were that nice. Look at that pour in there. You see there? I've done a good pour there, alright. There's only been 4 cans. Should have got more, but it's not an issue. Got Beer Italiano in fridge there. Good job and all, because there's no alcohol in this. That's a nice lager. No doubt about it. £1 a can there. It's a very nice lager. It's a nice lager. I'm happy to buy this again. I've got no complaints whatsoever to buy that again. You can keep your big brands and that garbage there. I'll show you what garbage is compared to this. Did a review of this with Guinness the other day there. It's the last one. That's garbage, that. That's actual rat's piss. That were 90p a can. 10 cans for £9 in Sainsbury's. I wish I never picked that up. That is garbage. Throw it over there. I'm not going to drink that. But this Pavarotti, old Pavarotti there, he knows what he's on about. That's a nice lager. I'm going to get this lager here. That is nice. I'm going to give Pavarotti 8 out of 10. That's an 8 out of 10 for a pound can lager there. I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to sit down, watch a bit of York racing there and come back when I've finished. Yeah, the full descriptor, the full number then there. Right. Cheerio there. Right. She's all gone there. Old Pavarotti's been impressed. Pavarotti's impressed me, alright. It's a nice flavour to this. It's got depth. It doesn't just drop off. It carries on and slowly dissipates there. A little bit of sweetness. There's no gas whatsoever. There's been no bloat in here at all. I'm happy with this pound a can, and I will be stocking up on it. I think I give it an 8 out of 10. I'm giving Pavarotti an 8 out of 10, alright. That's my second favourite lager. I've never heard of it. Right. Get number 1 lager out now. No palavering round here. Get her out. I went to little while down there. Picked up a couple of these. This is before I saw Pavarotti. And I picked up a couple of these. That's my number 1 lager there. I'm sure I give it a 9 out of 10, but I'm not sure. There's a can opener there. There it is. Come here, you get out of the way. Fucking do it. Crack her open. 149. 500ml, 5%. Listen. Bit of detailing of a knob there. Put that in. I can smell her from here. Let's have another smell. I've dropped down fully. You can really smell them hops here. It's a really high-end, top-end fragrance, and I mean high-end. It's a 9 out of 10 on fragrance for top-end. It's pouring there. I want to get some bubbles going here. I want to get some bubbles. I haven't had any bubbles with Pavarotti. 500ml, I remember. Steady Eddie there. I wonder how we're flowing. I can get it in there. And once it drops out. And once it drops out, and that's it. Beer Italian, number 1 lager around here, alright. Let's have a closer look at this stunner. Not a lot of bubbles there, is there? Tell you what I'm going to do. There's a bit of sunlight there. Let's stick you in sun. Look at that colour there. Bit lighter than Pavarotti. Not as many bubbles today as the first can we had of Pavarotti, but they haven't followed through on bubbles. But she hasn't been bloated from start to finish or gassed out. We don't want lie. This is the old number 1 lager. Beer Italian. 149, 500ml, 5%. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Right. Right. Not a lot of bubbles coming through. Like a bit of bubbles around here, but not gassy or bloating there. You can instantaneously taste the difference with Pavarotti over there. It's a lighter lager. It's a crispy, crunchy lager, this. Do you know what? Try a bit more there. Try a bit more. After I've had 4 Pavarottis there, which was an 8 out of 10. I've gone to my number one lager here. It's saying a lot here, alright. Now we know that Beer Italiana lager there is a light, crispy lager. I've done a review of her there, alright. But I think I'm gonna be changing my mind. Beer boy. Compared to Pavarotti, she's very light indeed. I've got so used to Pavarotti's depth. She's 4.8%, remember? Although I'm not getting any alcohol at all. She's low on alcohol. I think she's beating Beer Italiani. She's thin. Beer Italiana. Let's have a look at back end here. What's it saying here? Pardon me, I've got a bit of gas from Beer Italiana. Pardon me there, can you see there? Slow as you can go. Steady Eddie. That's Carlsberg Pavarotti. I don't know what this is at all. Little Great Britain, Little House, Northern Ireland, Dublin. It doesn't say out, does it really? EU, barley malts, maize and ingredients. I don't know. I'm going to surprise myself here. Try a bit more. We already know that Beer Italiana is a light lager, but it's exceptionally crispy. But Pavarotti, first time I've tried it. You always have to try a new lager because there's always better out there. And today I've found it. Pavarotti has knocked out Beer Italiano. Now let's remember that Beer Italiano's $1.49 a bottle. From Lidl there, that's always been my number one crispy, magnificent lager. But she ain't anymore. After having Pavarotti and just moving over to Beer Italiano, Pavarotti wins. It's got depth, a lovely amount of flavour there. She holds a depth and she just goes down steady Eddie like that. Beer Italiano, a nice crispy lager. Compared to garbage you were drinking, number one, but she's knocked off. She's no longer number one. Pavarotti wins here. There's no doubt about it. I did not expect that. Let me just try it again. It's light and crispy. It's refreshing. It's a lovely lager, Beer Italiano. But the depth we're getting from the Pavarotti over there, she's just going up like that compared to Beer Italiano. She's going over there. She's going over there, and she's going there. Pavarotti is the new number one lager when it's £1 a can. 6.10, remember, for 4 without nectar can. £4 a can. That's $1.49. It's 50% cheaper on nectar card there. We have an absolute winner here, alright. My new number one lager is Pavarotti. There's no doubt about it. It's a shame I ain't got any more left. I'd swap this Beer Italiano for Pavarotti every day of the week. So a bit more though. Yeah, there's no doubt. A brand I've never heard of, never tried before. It's just £1 a can. Is the number one lager out here. Now I've compared it with Beer Italiano. I'm going to give this. It's not an 8 out of 10. It's just gone up. 8.5 out of 10. Pavarotti. Right. Sun's out there. I'll be stocking up on Pavarotti for Christmas. There's no doubt about it. And I'll be stocking up tomorrow. I get 12 cans a time. I can count that. Why, it's £1 a can. Right. Cheerio there. You can keep that. Rat's piss. Free of charge. Anyone who wants it. Come and collect it. Right. Help thee. My miniature tripod. 2 of the fucking legs have just fell off. I'm back on the old reliable knackered £8.50 tripod here to carry it on. Roaring bin, 98 pence. Not even last a month. I want to try this one now. This was normally the number 2 lager around here, the old Golden Goose. It's called Golden Ale, but it was always known as Golden Goose, and it was always 99 pence a 500ml, 4.1% bottled lager from Lidl. But it's not that anymore. It's 120. It's 119 now. Let's crack it open anyway. Let's double check those flavours. Bit of detail on lid there. We already know that Pavarotti's beaten. Italiana. We're going to now see if she's going to beat Golden Ale. Now Golden Ale has got a nice depth to it. It's 119. I want to try and get a bit of bubbles in this. I don't want to get rid of them bubbles here. Nearly pour her in there. See, I had the edge there, alright. Golden Goose versus Pavarotti. Not massive amount of bubbles there. 119. Let's have a looky. That is citrusy. The first thing that's going to come at you from Golden Goose, we're moving her out of the way because she's number 3. I already know it. There is citrusy coming through from Golden Goose. I've always had this Golden Goose since Lidl opened up round the corner there several years ago now. 119. It's only gone up 20 pence compared to everything else. It's high-end, top-end citrus flavour to this. It's a nice lager. Because I've had Pavarotti, I'm now going to state that Pavarotti's number 1. Golden Goose is number 2. And number 3, a very poor number 3, is Italiana, which has been my favourite for a good year. And she's now been blown out after tasting the flavour of Pavarotti. And I'm going back to Golden Ale for number 2 now. Really is citrusy, that lager. No bloatedness and no gas with that. I've already done a review of Golden Goose. That's a lovely lager. It's got depth to it. Italian is really thin. It has got that crispiness, but it's not hanging. It's not holding its own against Pavarotti. And now even Golden Ale's took him out. Well, it's a shame. What's where is he? That's where it is. Right. Cheerio.